Joining me now is my colleague, Forbes staff writer, Zach Everson. Zach, thanks for coming on.
Hey, Brittany.
You're reporting that former President Donald Trump invests in cryptocurrency. First, how much and what can you tell us?
On his annual financial disclosure, which he had to file as a candidate for office, he disclosed having a stake in a cryptocurrency wallet that's valued between $250,000 and $500,000.
That's a lot for the average person, anywhere in the neighborhood of $250,000 to $500,000. But in the scheme of his net worth, how does this stack up?
A rounding area. We have him valued at about $2.5 billion. We're going to have a new valuation coming out shortly. But $250,000 to $500,000 stashed in a crypto wallet is not a big amount of money for the former president.
And as we know, as some of us know, he did wade into the NFT space last year. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
That's what we think this money came from. It was connected to it on the financial disclosure. So in December 2022, he launched a line of NFTs, which are like digital images that are supposedly unique and connected to the blockchain. And these were cartoon-like trading cards of him, featuring him in clothing you wouldn't normally expect him to get in, like hunter's camouflage, welder's suit, superhero costume. And they were selling them for $99 each, and they sold out in a day. And then the following April, they released a second batch of them that also reportedly sold out.
So they obviously were well received. Is there any indication that they're going to release another batch?
They didn't respond when I asked. The president's not one to give up on a revenue stream if there's one existing and it's showing demand, so it's quite possible. On the other hand, it might be a little bit harder now that he is officially a candidate for president, and his time is spent doing other things, and he has a whole bunch of legal issues that are also taking his time. Although I don't know how much of his energy is needed to work on this thing. I think we saw him make an announcement about the product, and I can't imagine he was that much more involved in it than that.
Let's talk about those legal issues. You've been tracking every single one of them between the lawsuits, the investigations, things like that. How many are there?
We are in the mid to high 40s, I believe, right now.
And
it's
something
a lot.
That is a lot, and something that both Donald Trump and cryptocurrency have, or the crypto industry rather, have in common over the past year is that it's been a really turbulent year. Is there any indication that this crypto investment would add to his legal troubles at all?
It doesn't look like that. We reached out to, I worked on this article with Steve Ehrlich, who's another reporter here at Forbes, and he reached out to some attorneys who are experts in these matters, and they didn't see anything happening with this. They thought, the SEC has gone after some crypto and NFTs, and including Kim Kardashian, so they've gone after celebrities associated with one. It doesn't look like there'd be any reason to look at this. Now, the main angle, if they were looking at anything, it would be just to see regarding marketing of the product. If you're marketing this sort of thing as an investment, that would be problematic in the SEC's eyes. So they are not investigating on this one. They did investigate the SPAC that his social media company was looking at merging those. So he is familiar with an SEC investigation, but in a different area.
You've been following Trump's finances for a while now. On a personal note, are you surprised at all in his investment into crypto?
No. And I talked about this a lot with my editor, Dan Alexander, who's tracking Trump as well, wrote a book on Trump's finances. And our thought is he probably even forgot it was there. He got paid in the money and just, what the heck, let's just leave it there. And didn't think anything of it. I mean, I was almost wondering if this, when I reached out to the Trump organization asking about this, I almost wondered if that would remind them that he even had this money in the in crypto.
This conversation reminds me of a conversation I had with 2024 GOP hopeful Miami Mayor Francis Suarez, who is very bullish on crypto. You cover money and politics. Are there any other political leaders, past or present, that invest heavily in crypto and are also bullish on crypto that you know of?
The ones that invest in crypto are bullish in crypto. There are a few lawmakers out there who you can look through their holdings and you'll see that they have a stake in some crypto. Now, Trump, on the other hand, Trump was not bullish on it. He tweeted a couple years ago, "I'm not a fan of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, which are not money and whose value is highly volatile and based on thin air." So here we go. A couple years later, Donald Trump is once again not exactly sticking to his word.
Zach Everson, thank you for your reporting.
Always a pleasure.